Technology defines your future. Technology defines what you're going to eat tomorrow, what you're going to wear tomorrow, how you're going to drive your car. Let's find out from Techcrunch Disrupt what the new technology is all about. We're talking to Wolfgang, who's going to tell us the future of this car and who's going to use this. It looks like a self-driving car. Tell me more about it. It's exciting.
Yeah, this is a self-driving development platform, so it's a car that can be driven itself. It has all the bells and whistles. In the front you have perception sensors, LiDAR, radar, vision sensors. There's software to read in this data, and then there's algorithms that determine if the car can drive or not drive, or if it has to steer around an object.
Well, is this approved already by California to use it on freeways?
This car particularly not. This is for researchers that want to do development, and if they want to do so, they have to go to the DMV of the state of California and get a license for self-driving cars. Yes.
Now tell me, what are some of the challenges of having this car and what is coming out of it?
The challenges is that there's a lot of data that the car has to gather before making a decision. And also, I mean, the driving on a freeway is relatively easy, going straight, but in a city environment where you have people right, left, front, center, that's really challenging. And it's essentially, I would say 80% of the cases the problem is solved. But there's those 20%, and we cannot fail the last 20%. We have to solve those as well before we can let these cars on the street.
Well, it has to be 110% in my mind, because you're depending on someone who doesn't have a brain, but you're making an artificial brain. Now tell me, where do you see the future of this? I mean, how many years would it take for this car to be seen on the roads?
Right. So when you ask me about the time frame, that's obviously a very difficult decision. I think it's a question I think it's somewhere around 5 to 10 years. But the question is, you won't suddenly see self-driving cars. It will be a slow process, and that's already happening. So you have cruise control in cars, which means you don't have to put your foot on the gas pedal anymore. You have adaptive cruise control, where your car actually starts slowing down if the car in front of you slows down. So that's already half of the game of self-driving cars. So the other thing you have is lane keeping. So the car sees where are the lanes on the street, and it stays in between those lanes automatically. So what I'm saying is, self-driving cars don't just suddenly come. It's a slow process, feature by feature. There will be more of these features enabled by car companies, and then and eventually it is self-driving.
Now, do you have any concern in your mind, or you think that once this is out on the road, it's going to be foolproof? Or is there still going to be a concern in your mind, being the brain behind this?
Well, like we said earlier, the 110%, even if there's 1% left, that could be fatal, right? And that's not good. So it needs to be proven, and I think it's important to not overpromise, to really say this feature works for a very certain situation, and that's when it's safe to use. In other situations, don't enable it yet, until the technology is that far that it works for those features as well. Yeah.
Now, as I see, it could be a combination of the cruise control, like you said, and the sensors all around. We already have sensors in the back of the car to tell you how far you're going and stuff. So it's a lot of sensors that's working together to tell you what's happening around you, along with the cruise control that's governing the speed of the car. What else is involved?
That processing of all of that data is important. I mean, that's a challenge. I mean, you need processors, you need computing power, you need graphical processing power, like the stuff that NVIDIA has, to teach the computer how to make these decisions. And some people say we should write rules that say, in this situation do that, in that situation do that. The other approach is using artificial intelligence, where you expose the computer to a lot of different situations, and then it learns by itself via artificial intelligence on what this situation is, how does a human react in it, and eventually it knows how to react by itself on what to do in that kind of situation.
Well, the big question is whether we are going to see this in our lifetime on the road, and whether we can wipe out all our apprehensions and welcome it and see a car driving by without someone in the driver's seat. People are, talking at the back. That's going to be an exciting thing to watch for. Thank you so much. Wish you good luck.
Thank you.
And I can't wait for a ride in that car.
And when you drive home tonight and you sit in traffic jam, I'm sure you wish this car would drive itself and you could do other things than having to pay attention.
For example, makeup.
Exactly.
Thank you. It almost scares me to find out what technology can do to me. Let's find out more from what the latest and the best is. Jerry, tell me, what are you expecting from Techcrunch?
So iTutor Group is one of the largest online education platforms. So we're really excited to be here sponsoring Techcrunch. Mostly very excited to see all of these new companies coming out with great technology, great ideas. And we're looking to do strategic partnerships with some of these guys here.
Now, what does it actually do? What is iTutor?
Sure. iTutor Group is a global online education platform. We power several verticals in our own business portfolio. We have VIP ABC, which is the largest online English language learning in China. We also have both for adult learners as well as K through 12. We also have Tutor Me, which is our Mandarin Chinese language learning, as well as our platform supports other K-12 subjects like science and math and compliance training like for financial professionals as well. On top of that, we have our platform which is called Live H2H, which allows other service providers, other educators to be able to have the same success in our technology model and business model for their own business.
So who's using this technology right now, and where do you see this go in future? Let's say 3 years or 5 years down the line, who do you see using this the most?
So right now we have about over 100,000 active learners on our platform in about 20 countries. We have 10,000 teaching consultants in 80 plus countries right now. So this platform is open to both individuals, but also to, we have a lot of companies that are actually using it for corporate training, product training, compliance training, and then also we use it for our own student base that are learning, like our K through 12 market, where they're learning English, science, and math as well.
So how do you make your money?
Always straight to the point. How do you make money? So there's many ways we make money depending on which business unit. Obviously in our education services, it's a subscription model, right? You pay for annual subscription and based on session credits. And then obviously for other models, for example, there could be usage models as you know, using our platform, etc. But right now, our platform is in a moment where we're looking for strategic partners. So it's open for free to those strategic partners.
That was going to be my next question, that how are you making yourself available worldwide? How are you choosing these partners, and how are you getting more and more known and be more aware?
So when we look for strategic partners, we're really looking for those that can help us continue to evolve the platform. We're very strong in education, specifically in language, specifically in K-12, for example. But there's a lot of other, even in education, that need even more. So a good example is we've done a partnership with a music training class. So for example, if someone wants to learn to play the guitar, they actually want a 3-camera system, one on my right hand, one on my left hand, and then either one on my face or one on the sheet music, and integrated with their electronic sheet music system. So we're wanting to look for partners that kind of push that envelope of the technology and service model and really help us continue to grow the ecosystem.
So there are a lot of e-learning, online learning, a lot of these apps that have recently come up. How are you different from all of these?
So first off, it comes with the mindset actually in education. So for us, it's all about efficacy. If the learner doesn't achieve their results, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if it's free or for profit. So the way we look at it is 3 ways. One is we're a service business, right? We have to think of education as a service model. So we have a department that was founded by our founder, Dr. Ming Yang. We call it user experience protection. So the idea is I protect the learner from anything internal, external. Let me give you an example. If you call into our UXP center, for example, and you say, oh, I'm sorry, cancel my classes because my computer has viruses. We say, no, keep your classes, and we're going to courier over an iPad already set up for you to use immediately. Keep it for free. No questions asked. Because people are like, how can you do that? We say, how can we not? We want them to learn. So one is a service model. Two is really striving for efficacy, and the way we do that is through personalized learning. So we've been around for 18 years, so using all of that learning data points to make sure that you're learning not only what you need to learn, but also how you learn. You know, we have marketing people. They don't want to learn, if they're learning English, they don't want to learn ball, cup, cat, dog. They want to learn search engine optimization, display ads. They want to learn these terminology. And the third one is technology. Significant investment in cutting edge technology. And technology to serve.
You said you're existing for the last 18 years and you said cutting edge technology. Can you tell me what specifics have you changed in the business over the last 18 years?
So there's a few key points. One is our platform, especially in our language verticals, is anytime, anywhere. So that's one piece, but it's on demand. You don't have to schedule a class. Right? Traditional models is, oh, I got to come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2:30 to 3:30, right? No. If you want a class at 3:30 in the morning, we just give us 5 minutes, and what we have is our entire system. We'll set up a session with a live teacher and content on demand. The other piece is what we call, so we patented 18 years ago, something called dynamic course generation system. So on that on-demand mentality, we take your background, your learning progress, your learning behavior, along with the teacher's background profile and teaching behavior, and the content, as well as your classmates, and in real time build a session. So that way it's a personalized and engaging learning environment.
This is really for the future generation, is because you can learn anytime. I know a lot of these kids are awake whole night and I wonder what they're studying or playing, but now you can go 3 a.m. in the morning and take a class. I think that's the best part that I could grasp from this whole presentation.
Yeah, they can learn whether they're on vacation, so they don't have to stop learning, or on holiday, and again, anytime, anywhere. Hopefully the kids aren't up at 3 in the morning, but we actually have doctors and nurses that work third shift, so now they can actually still go to a class when they traditionally could not.
Well, this looks phenomenal to me. We'll find out more.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Built by women, built by girls. Let's find out what Built by Girls do.
So, Built by Girls is an initiative from AOL that helps connect girls to tech careers. Women are really underrepresented in the tech field, so what we do is give them a leg up by connecting them to mentorship and other opportunities through our hashtag event series, our internship, and the Built by Girls Challenge. So over the summer, I was an intern at Built by Girls for BBG Ventures, AOL's venture capital arm, which invests in companies with female founders in the tech space. So with another couple of interns, I got to learn about how entrepreneurs and venture capitalists work, and I prepared to judge the Built by Girls Challenge. In the Built by Girls Challenge, we invited any girl in the US to submit a project that she thought could be the next big startup. We had over 500 girls apply, and we flew the 5 finalist teams out to San Francisco to make our decision. We were just insanely impressed with all of the projects we received, and we're so excited to keep working on Built by Girls.
So when you were judging, what were the top things in your mind? What were you thinking?
So we're looking for girls who are, above all, passionate about what they do and really have a new idea and are attacking a really important issue from a different perspective. We're also looking for girls who are tenacious and who are willing to keep fighting to get their project going. And we're looking for girls who have really good ideas. It's great to have a passionate girl, but with an idea that doesn't work, there's nothing really there. And we were just incredibly impressed with every idea that we saw. All of these girls will be really successful.
So what are you expecting from Techcrunch?
So here at Techcrunch, we're expecting to get to meet a ton of people, and that's been really successful so far. We actually got a chance to meet Megan Smith, the CTO of America, this morning, and we had a little bit of a fangirl moment, but we managed to make it out okay. It's just been incredible to see the projects here, and it's been really inspiring to us.
Thank you. Iodine, they sense your body type, and if you have any future ailments, it tracks it, right?
Well, the idea is that we do virtual reality video games for the rehabilitation of brain disease patients, such as stroke patients, multiple sclerosis patients, Parkinson's disease patients. And the idea is that to recover, these patients have to perform physical movements that are repetitive, hard, difficult, and frustrating. So we dress these therapy movements as video games to make it more fun and increase adherence to treatment, right? And we have the strongest clinical validation in the market. We have made our clinical validation with 3 public hospitals from Spain and Germany and hundreds of patients to assess and validate our research and effect. And one of the most dramatic examples of our effect is that RGS, the rehabilitation gaming system, combined with conventional therapy, has a higher percentage of recovery than traditional therapy alone in all medical scales.
Now, how far in future can you predict? Let's say I wear it today and I start playing the game. How far in future can I see if I'm going to have any brain disease?
Well, it's not predictive of brain disease. Once you have a brain disease, you rehabilitate, right?
Okay, so if you already have a condition, then you wear it and it helps you rehabilitate through the games that you would be playing.
Exactly, for stroke patients, Parkinson's disease patients, multiple sclerosis, cerebral palsy.
Okay, well, this is how gaming can also help you with diseases. It's a rehabilitation and therapy for any of your brain diseases.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
At here, we build our own maps, and a lot of that is about routing and roads and places, but one of those aspects as well is building data. So what you see here is a little printout of our building data, which is one of our map data assets. And what we've done is we've gone ahead and taken that building data and turned it into a shapefile for this MakerBot to read, which allows it to print out these little printouts of our building data. So this is.
And what does that building data do?
So this is basically, you could see it in a Maps application to help you get acquainted with the area, see what the buildings would look like. So basically, to help you locate yourself. We also have indoor maps for larger buildings like malls and airports and stadia. And that will help you locate yourself inside a mall. We can do positioning inside those malls. We can also route you inside those malls from an entrance to a shop, for example. And basically, yeah, just enable all your location scenarios or use cases within buildings as well as outside. So these things are all available to third-party developers through our REST APIs and mobile SDKs. So if anybody has a great idea using location, be it outdoor or indoors, we're basically the mapping company that they can turn to.
Well, I hope you learned something about the new technology and how that is defining your future. Reporting from Pier 48, TechCrunch Disrupt. We'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Don't forget to tune in then.